Hey everybody, welcome to what are we calling this? My favorite album of 2021. I guess that's what it'll be called. I started this last year, doing something similar to this. I don't know why. I don't remember why. Didn't Weekend win it? I don't recall. I do not recall. Let me do some research here. This is not scripted, unlike every other awards video that I've done. Apparently I didn't call it album of the year. That's a choice. Yeah, music of the year? What the fuck was wrong with me? Past me, a year ago. What? Bruv. Huh? What are you talking about? Well, I didn't even set up a thing for it? Wow, really? It's just fucking Black Ops Zombies gameplay. What the hell? Well, that doesn't help me, because I would have to listen to my own video, and I don't do that shit. Because I lived it, so I don't have to remember it, is what I'll say. I think The Weeknd's album won it last time, because I remember that being a great album. But we're back doing this. 12 albums is what I listen to, because I'm a very picky boy when it comes to things. And there wasn't a lot that came out this year that I was really interested in, or into. There's probably some that passed me by, I just didn't really realize. But this is what I listened to. What I had, like, at least what I was on the lookout for, what I heard about and was excited for. Pre-roll here. All these albums are amazing. The ones that I'm about to talk about, whatever I say negatively about them, it's basically nitpicks. That's really what it comes down to. That's going to determine some of these, like, plain and simple. Just plain and simple, and it's all down to personal taste, and like every award, actually. Every award comes down to, like, personal taste. No matter if you're me or you're like the Oscars or the Grammys. It's all about personal taste. I will say, 4 of these, Badflower, Sleep Token, Ice Nine, and Beartooth, and I guess we'll put Architects in there as well, are bands that I never heard of before YouTube recommending them. Then they recommended them, and I was like, oh, that thumbnail looks interesting. Click. And I fell in love with that band, and I was excited for their full release. So there's that. If I wasn't familiar with them before, I did go back and listen to some of their other albums, so I have a good understanding of what they are, or what they were in some cases. So, just to preface that, is there anything else that I wanna bring up? We're separating this into preliminaries, quarterfinals, semifinals, and then finals, because it's 12 albums, and if I were to be like six artists' albums over here and 6 over here, well, then it would be 3 bands on one bracket in the semifinals, and then, or the finals, and then 3 on the other one. So it would break down like, oh, these two, and then these 2. It's like, it'd be confusing, so we're doing prelims before we get to the actual brackets. The actual brackets are albums that I was the most excited for, like Badflower, This Is How the World Ends? Is that what it was called? I don't really recall. Trivium, in the Court of the Dragon, Royal Bloods. Who's forgetting things already? This boy. I wish Amazon's music player. Typhoons. Amazon's music fucking app was better than dog shit. Jeff Bezos left. You can fix things now, Amazon. Thanks. And Einstein Kills Horrorwood. just to kind of keep it simplified, because I'm looking it up now. Totally not. Welcome to Horrorwood, The Silver Scream 2. Because it's a long-ass title. Those are the ones I was excited for the most. So, there's that. Enough rambling. Let's get into it. I don't know if there's going to be gameplay behind this. Apparently, the 2020 video, there was no bracket, so it was just gameplay. Yay. Let's start up here. We'll go in counterclockwise order, I guess. Sleep Token versus Billie Eilish. These two albums are the most different ones on this, outside of like Bad Flower and Royal Blood. Everything else you could tell is either hard rock or heavy metal. Well, mostly. These were the two ones that were like, okay. I didn't know anything about Sleep Token, and Billie Eilish's first album, where, oh god, let's get this title right, because it is another long one. When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? 2019, that was my favorite album that year. I think that is a perfect album. Had some bangers, had some emotional moments that hit. Bad Guy, You Should See Me in a Crown, All Good Girls Go to Hell, My Strange Addiction, Bury a Friend, bangers, straight up bangers. And of course, Listen Before I Go, I Love You, and Goodbye. Those three tracks at the end are just massive gut punches. Elo Milo is fucking weird, but I love it. Probably my favorite track off of that, outside of like the bangers. And then Sleep Token, I went back and listened to, I believe it is Sundowner? I believe it is. Again, Amazon Music, if you could not be dog shit. I don't care about popular albums, I want to see all their fucking oh my god. I think it's Sundowner. I clearly am not allowed to look at what I have bought. Yeah, Sundowner. Did that really come out in 2020? The deluxe edition, at least? I don't believe you. I made the big mistake of listening to this album at work. And then, Bloodsport came on. That was a bad time had by me. Thank God I work alone. Yeah, that's a great album. Is it better than, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? It's got a shorter title, that's for certain. But I think I liked Eilish's album better because again, I think it was perfect. In this instance, let's talk about Eilish first. Since I literally just finished listening to her albums, so it's the freshest on my mind. Last one I listened to was Sleep Token, before that, and then 12 Foot Ninja. Yeah, that was a weird wild ride listening to those three albums back to back to back. Happier Than Ever is Billie Eilish's new album. There's some songs on here that I'm not a fan of. Your Power, I'm not a big fan of. Haley's Comet, not a big fan of. My Future, Getting Older, I'm just not a fan of those. I don't know why, it's just like, they really didn't hit me. Like, NDA, Therefore I Am, those feel like classic Eilish songs. Same thing with Oxytocin, Billy Bossa Nova. And they didn't really hit me in like that sweet spot, like Not My Responsibility, Male Fantasy, Happier Than Ever. Did I mention Happier Than Ever as one of the ones I didn't like? Because I think I'd like that one. Yeah, it was just something about those three songs that I was like, four songs, I guess. I was like, I don't know. I get it, but they're not like really hitting me as hard as some certain other ones. I do like that her vocal style is evolving. Like, When We All Fall Asleep, that album, she was, her, you know, I guess the trademark Billie Eilish singing of that whisper singing, like on, Therefore I Am. But there's a couple tracks on here where she just kind of belts out notes, and then like, I'm like, holy shit, that's a side we haven't seen, before on her previous album. I dig it. I like the evolution of her. So, +1 for that one. I really dig that. And again, like I said, none of these albums I'm going to talk about are I think are bad. I think they're all great. You should go listen to all of them. There's just a couple songs on this one that I wasn't a big fan of. The flip side of this Sleep Token. Get it? This place will become our tomb. My God. That's my review for This Place Will Become Your Tomb. My God. From the opening track of Atlantic, all the way through to the ending line of Missing Limbs, which, fun fact, I don't know why. I have no discernible reason as to why, but the last chorus just hit me in the gut really badly, and there's a suppressed memory, I bet, but I don't know why. That, it has to be the vessel's voice. Fuck, it's amazing.
Power items en route.
By God. It's great. The entire album is a 10 out of 10. I don't know if you just saw that flash on the screen. That was Amazon Music being fuckery. The standout song for me is Descending. The first listen to that song, I was like, oh my God. What? It's very reminiscent of a song on Sundowning, I believe Dark Signs. It's again, everything comes down to his voice. It's amazing, and of course, Alkaline, the lead single off this track, which is how I discovered this band. Not because YouTube was like, you should listen to this, but musicians and music reviewers that I follow, namely Nick Nocturnal, put up his review of it, and he left a comment on their original page of like, the greatest chorus of the year, and I was like, there's some big choruses this year from everyone. That's a lot to take in. He ain't wrong. Alkaline is amazing. This entire album is amazing. It's a perfect album. It really is. I was not expecting this album to be this good, but man, wow is all I gotta say. So Sleep Token moves on. Gojira vs. Architects, metal powerhouses. I've been a fan of Gojira for quite some time. I often quote their a certain song of theirs about a certain sea life and finding them. So I'm pretty familiar what Gojira sounds like. I think if you're a fan of metal nowadays, you know as well what Gojira is and what they stand for, and again, Amazon's music thing fucks up. I hate it. Fortitude is the name of their album from this year. It's a great album. It's a very Gojira album. That is literally the long and short of this album. It's got some great songs on it. Born for One Thing, Amazonia, Into the Storm, Fortitude. Fantastic. Fantastic all around, whether it's 5.5 minutes or a 2-minute instrumental. Fantastic. Architects, on the other hand, is a band that I didn't really know much about until every person I follow made a review or a reaction to their lead single off this album, Animals, which came out in 2002. Or not 2002, 2019. I don't know, I said 2002. That's weird. I'm pretty sure Gojira has been around since then, but not Architects, at least to my knowledge. Although there's certain bands I'm just like, you're how old? How long have you been doing this shit? But Architects Animals was the first song I heard of them, so I went back and looked at their discography. Everybody was like, holy hell. I'm like, yeah, okay, what? Holy Hell is the album. That is amazing, and yes it is. Death is Not Defeat, Mortal After All, Holy Hell, Royal Beggars, Seventh Circle, Doomsday, A Wasted Hymn. That is an amazing album, and so is For Those That Wish to Exist, Black Lungs, Dead Butterflies, Animals, the singles off of it. Giving Blood, that was a sleeper. I heard that, I was like, oh, this is metal. This is fantastic. Libertine, Goliath, Demigod, Meteor, Dying is Absolutely Safe, Hit Me in the Feels. I don't know why that one song did, much like the last line of Missing Limbs. Their style has evolved from Holy Hell to this one, and I know the reason why. Tragically, I know what went on because I did a little bit of research. Everybody's like, oh yeah, they really changed since this happened. They came out with a fucking absolute banger, man. Archie, because I can't fit Architects on this tiny line because I didn't plan to sing anything out. Fun. Architects moves on. Black Veil Brides against Beartooth. The battle of the big choruses. There's a lot of big choruses this year. None bigger than Black Veil against Beartooth. Beartooth, again, really wasn't familiar with. Apparently they've been doing this for a while. So I was like, okay. The first song I heard from them was "The Past Is Dead." I was like, that's a pretty big, pretty good banger of a song. I went back and listened to Disgusting and Aggressive, their two albums, and King of Anything is one of my favorite songs of all time. That song is amazing. Below, their newest album, basically the same. It's all amazing. Devastation, The Past Is Dead, obviously. Dominate, No Return is my favorite off the album. Phantom Pain is great. Hell of It, I Won't Give Up. The Answer is amazing. The last riff is a great instrumental. Superb album. We move on to Black Veil Brides, The Phantom Tomorrow. I haven't listened to anything from them since Set the World on Fire. That was from 2011. Yeah, it's been quite a while since I've been in the Black Veil verse, and I didn't think they were making music, because like Andy Black went off and did his own thing. So I wasn't really sure if they were doing anything, but apparently they were. They've been doing a lot since 2011 to now, a 10-year gap apparently. The Phantom Tomorrow, hey, spoilers. I love Beartooth and that album. Black Veil wins. Much like Sleep Token, I think this album is an absolute perfect album. Like, from top to bottom, from Scarlet Cross to The Wicked One to Kill the Hero, ending with Fall Eternal. Torch, Blackbird, Born Again, Wicked One, I said already, Shadows Rise. It's perfect, man. It is a perfect album in my opinion. Next up, 12 Foot Ninja against Bullet for My Valentine. Bullet for My Valentine. I think I missed their last album. Was it Temper Temper? I think that might have been what it was called. The last album I listened by them was Venom. That was 2015 apparently. Well then. No, Temper Temper was apparently 2013. Scream and Fire is 2008, I knew that. Beaver? No. Okay. I don't know what. There's no way Venom was their last one because they were. They had releases after that, correct? There's no way. I guess there is. Venom is the. There's no fucking way. Venom was the last one. I guess so. Wow. Okay. I'm learning things today. I really liked Venom. I liked that album a lot. A lot of people didn't. I liked a lot on that album. No Way Out. I wasn't a fan of Army of Noise. Or, You Want a Battle? Here's a War. That's very edgelord. Hell or High Water, Pariah, Playing God. The demo version of In Loving Memory. I really love those songs. Those are great. They're self-titled. Bullet for My Valentine. Is amazing. No Happy Ever After. Can't Escape the Waves is a big one. Rainbow Veins, Paralyzed, Death by a Thousand Cuts. I don't know the story behind this album, but I can make a guess. Like, I can make a guess. Can't Escape the Waves, Rainbow Veins, Death by a Thousand Cuts. Just listening to those lyrics, I can make a guess about what it could be about. But I really love this album. 12 Foot Ninja. 12 Foot Ninja's latest one, Vengeance. I've been a fan of them for quite a while, listening to pretty much whatever they put out. They're a band that's all over the place, and they do whatever the goddamn they want, apparently. Cause Stevik, the way his guitar works, crazy, learning what he does and how he does things with computers and stuff. This album is no different than anything they've put out. Long Way Home. That's a bonkers music video, and if I was just going like, hey, who's the best music video? It's Long Way Home. That music video, the first single, boy howdy, God tier. Just God tier. It's amazing. There's a lot of great songs on here. It's a very arcade 80s vibes on a lot of them, like IDK. That was a weird one. Over and Out is a fantastic one. They're all fantastic songs. Start the Fire, Long Way Home. Culture War is weird. It's all weird because it's 12 Foot Ninja and they just make they do art is the basic way I can describe it. So I really wasn't expecting that album, but again, Bullet for My Valentine moves on because it's amazing. Just noticed I've been recording for almost 25 minutes. Yeah, it's a long video. Now I almost have to put in gameplay, don't I? Interesting. I think we're gonna speedrun the rest of this like I normally do in my Game of the Year videos. But I'll describe the ones that I haven't talked about as quick as possible. Badflower, This Is How the World Ends? Is that what their album is called? I think, yeah, This Is How the World Ends. It is, I almost should have put 12 Foot Ninja against Badflower, because it's a weird album. Yeah. Don't Hate Me. Fuck Boy. Johnny Wants a Fight. And, then you've got songs like Adolescent Love and Family. She Knows. My Funeral. It's a gut punch. Boy, it's a weird album. Sleep Token moves on though. For a very, very important reason. The first song I heard from Bad Flower was 30. The second one, after I became a fan of theirs, because 30 and like a bunch of their other songs, like, oh my god, this is great. Fuck the World. I was like, oh my god. 30 and Fuck the World on the same album, that's a killer. And then they put out Don't Hate Me and Family before that, and Johnny Wants to Fight. Like, oh my god, this is gonna be stellar. Fuck the World and 30 are not on this album. That's a problem. I'm hoping they release a deluxe album of This Is How the World Ends with those two songs on it, because then this might change to Bad Flower moving on. I don't know why you have two perfect songs in 30 and Fuck the World and are just like, nah, they're singles on their own. Can bands stop doing that? So I'm seeing Machine Head post single after single. I'm like, how much of this is gonna be on the album? Because if none of it is, I don't know what the album could be. Can bands stop doing that? That'd be neat. Just, if you put out a single and you work hard on a song and make a fucking music video out of it, put it on the album. Why not put it on the album? I don't know. Trivium versus Architects. I've been a fan of Trivium for a very long time. I think the first song I've ever heard from them was it Dying in Your Arms? It might have been Dying in Your Arms. Or I think maybe Anthem, We Are the Fire. It was one of those off of Ascendancy or The Crusade. And then I obviously listened to Gunshot to the Head of Trepidation, Pull Harder on the Strings of Your Martyr, like Light to the Flies, and then of course the masterpiece that is Shogun. I'll fight you on that one. Shogun and speaking of Machine Head, was it The Blackening? The Blackening or Through the Ashes of Empires? I think it's Through the Ashes of Empires, which won them Best Metal Album of the Decade. I mean, yeah, like Descend the Shades of Night and Days Turn Blue to Gray. Yeah, that'll do it. But Christe Gomen, Torn Between Silent and Trebitis, Down from the Sky, In the Mouths of Hell We March, Throes of Perdition, of Prometheus and the Crucifix, Like Callisto to a Star in Heaven, Poison the Knife or the Noose, Shogun, which is a 12-minute masterpiece. Perfect album. Since then, I've loved In Waves. I loved Silence in the Snow, Vengeance Falls. I know that's a hot topic one because it's very different than In Waves and before it, and Silence in the Snow after it. I really did dig The Sin in the Sentence. I really dug that album. What Deadmen Say? I wish it was better. I don't know. Catastrophist was great. That's about it. I wasn't really a big fan of it. I don't know why. It just didn't really hit me as a Trivium. And then Matt Heffy told me to fuck myself and released In the Court of the Dragon, and I'm not playing favorites here because again, both Architects and Trivium are amazing. In the Court of the Dragon, I saw gotta get his name right. Jake Monroe, someone I'm a fan of. I believe that's, yeah, Monroe. I have to remember names because I follow so many people. He tweeted out like, In the Court of the Dragon is the most Trivium album ever, and I was like, I'll I'll be the judge of that. Nope, he's correct. In the Court of the Dragon, the chorus of "Fall Into Your Hands." I started listening to that song. I was like, this is a great album. That was only 3 songs of "Fall Into Your Hands." Okay. Nope, this is the same. This is going as hard as every other song. And then the chorus hit, and it was like a religious experience. I saw God when that chorus hit, and I'm like, oh my god. And it only gets better? Man. Man, oh man, it's an amazing album. Let's move on. Ice Nine against Black Veil Brides. Make this one short and sweet. I love Ice Nine Kills. Phantom of Tomorrow is a better album. Don't know how that happened. Thank you. Get in the center. Ice Nine's album. It is a long one, so I have to actually look it up. Welcome to Horrorwood, The Silver Scream 2. It's a good album. The first listen through was like, this is amazing. Subsequent playthroughs, I skip about 6. How many songs? When I'm like, put this on replay, Welcome to Horrorwood, A Rash Decision, I skip Assault and Batteries, The Shower Scene, Funeral Derangements, Rainy Day, Hip to Be Scared, and Take Your Pick, to the masterpiece that is The Box, Fly, Worst Vacation, Ex Mortis, and Farewell to the Flesh. I skip like most of the album just because I'm like, you know, I appreciate those songs for what they are. I'm just like, I want to get to the better songs, you know? I don't know if it's because I know Hellraiser, I know The Fly, I know, Hostel, and, The Evil Dead, and Candyman, I know Cabin Fever. I know Chucky and Assault and Batteries, I know Psycho, The Shower Scene, Pet Sematary, The Funeral Derangements. Rainy Day, I don't know why he made one on Resident Evil, the movie, but okay. American Psycho, Have to Be Scared was the first song I heard of them, just because, like, again, everybody's reacting to it. Take Your Pick. What the fuck is that one? Valentine's Day Massacre, I think? Okay. There's just other songs on this album that I would prefer to listen to, other than those. Unlike The Silver Scream, the first one. The American Nightmare, Thank God It's Friday, Stabbing in the Dark, Savages, The Jig Is Up, A Grave Mistake, Rocking the Boat, Enjoy Your Sleigh, Freak Flag, The World's in My Hands, Merry Axmas, Love Bites, It Is the End, and then the final cut has Your Number's Up, and then acoustic stuff, including Stabbing in the Dark featuring Matt Heffy of Trivium. Didn't know that existed and that I needed it in my life, but I do, and I do. Silver Scream is a perfect album. There's no doubts about that. Silver Scream 2, there's songs on this that I'm like, I'd rather just listen to the other songs on it, if that makes sense. That is what it is. Royal Blood versus Bullet for My Valentine. Royal Blood. I've been a fan of this for a couple of years. Their self-titled album is great. Out of the Black, Little Monster, Loose Change, 10-Ton Skeleton. How Did We Get So Dark? Fantastic. How Did We Get So Dark? Lights Out. I Only Lie When I Love You. Hook, Line, and Sinker, Hole in Your Heart. Sleep is a masterpiece song. Thank you. Typhoons. I like quite a bit, but it suffers from the same thing I had with Ink, in that it is a great album on the first listen to, but on subsequent listens, Trouble's Coming, Oblivion, Typhoons, Million and One, Mad Visions, Hold On, those are great. Who Needs Friends, Either You Want It, All We Have Is Now. It's like, I'd rather listen to the other songs, and that's not as many songs as Ice Nine, I know that. That's maybe 3 or 4 out of 9, but that's still a lot of songs to just bypass. Bullet for My Valentine, I can have on repeat and just love every song. So, again, like I said in the beginning, there's gonna be nitpicks that make things advance, much like the Game of the Year, where it was like Halo Infinite versus Resident Evil 8 or Village, I guess. Halo Infinite's not a real open world sandbox, so Resident Evil wins. Like, little nitpicks is what makes things go. Now, we have our final four. We have Sleep Token against Trivium and Bullet for My Valentine versus Black Veil Brides. Goddamn. Again, I don't have any of this scripted. I don't have anything this pre-thought out. I had a good inkling of who I would choose, like Gojira and Architects. Black Veil against Beartooth, slim margins.
Zone captured.
I don't know. I don't know who I pick for my album of the year. This Place Will Become Your Tomb is perfect. The Phantom Tomorrow is perfect. Bullet for My Valentine, self-titled, I guess we'll call it, is perfect. In the Court of the Dragon is perfect. Shit. I don't know. I don't know. Is there anything I disliked about Black Veil's album over Bullet? I don't think so. Scarlet Cross, Born Again, Blackbird, Torch, Wicked One, Shadows Rise, Field of Bone, Crimson Skies, Kill the Hero, All Eternal. I don't dislike any of them.
The enemy has seized a zone.
Bullet, Parasite, Knives, by Reverie, No Happy Ever After, Can't Escape the Waves, Bastards. I'm not a fan of Bastards. Not a fan of Bastards or, it's either Parasite or Knives I wasn't a fan of. One of those two singles I wasn't a fan of. But I'm not a fan of Bastards. I don't know why. It just doesn't, like, maybe it's just too long of a song. It's 5.5 minutes. Parasite is almost 6-minute song. Yeah, I know, I was just like, Shogun is a masterpiece at 12 minutes? I know that. I guess that's the nitpick. I guess Black Veil will go on because there were some songs of Bullet that I didn't like. Sleep Token against Trivium. Before I listened to the Sleep Token one, I was like, Trivium against Bullet is probably what it'll be. Like, Trivium, it might be a three-way tie between Trivium, Bullet, and Black Veil. Oh, buddy. We're hitting nearly 40 minutes of this recording, and there's editing I'm gonna have to do on it to shorten it down. Won't be shortened by much, I'll tell you that much. Shit. These are 3 perfect albums. Pick your, you know what? You pick. You pick. Sleep Tokens, This Place Will Become Your Tomb, Trivium's In the Court of the Dragon, and Black Veil Bride's Phantom Tomorrow. Oh, something I forgot to mention. I just remembered. Phantom Tomorrow is a conceptual album. Same thing with Welcome to Horrorwood. So that's a nice neat little duality we got there. Also Broil Bloods, Typhoons, and Bullet for My Valentines. I think we're basically based on the same thing. Addiction. Just I know I forget his name, but lead singer of Royal Blood was dealing with some stuff, addiction-wise. If Rainbow Veins and some of the Can't Escape the Waves and like Death by a Thousand Cuts, that feels like it's in the same style or same genre of lyrics. So there's that. There we go.
Maximum.
We have a 3-way tie for first place. There. In order to keep this video under like 40-something minutes. In the Court of the Dragon, Fandom Tomorrow, and This Place Will Come Your Tomb. That's my albums of the year. Thumb up. Yeah, I can't. Like, I don't know. Maybe do I just give it to Sleep Token because the Phantom Tomorrow has some interludes, and I think Court of the Dragon has some as well. No, it just has X, the intro, but I think that's because it's the 10th album they've done. No, that's it. A 3-way tie. A 3-way tie for album of the year 2021. There we go. Hey, spoilers for next one. If Coheed decides to release an album 2022, you don't have to watch that video next year. Doesn't matter who releases an album or how good it is. Coheed wins. So I gotta close all my music fucking things. Make sure they're recording. That will do it. Like I said, cough. Hell yeah. Choked on my own spit. Like a real boy. Like I said, all of these albums are great. All 12 of them. Go listen to them. Pick and choose. If you're a fan of Billie Eilish, go listen to Sleep Token's one. If you're a fan of Sleep Token, go listen to Billie Eilish. Beartooth, like Black Veil, vice versa. Just go listen to all of them. Go listen to music. Just listen to what you like. This is all subjective. Yeah, I just pulled back the curtain like I'm the Wizard of Oz. This is all subjective. This is all my thing, but my choice. But every fucking award is the Grammys, the Oscars, all the way to what I think about Game of the Year and Album of the Year. I'm just giving my opinions on my favorite music of the year, basically. And arbitrarily picking what I think is the best for no discernible reason. Yep. That's it. I gotta record. I gotta edit this down and then figure out how much gameplay I gotta put in the background, because I don't think you want to watch a black screen with white text for 40-something minutes. So I want to thank you all for watching. What were some of your favorite albums, favorite songs of the year? Leave that in the doodly-doo, the comment section. You know, YouTube things. Do the YouTube things. Super kick that like button. Check out my channel for more videos I've done. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. Gameplay is typically what's on this video, on this channel, but sometimes I like to get talk about music. Like, I think a little known fact about me is I am a musician, so I do know what I'm talking about, kinda. Like, both my Valentine, they went heavy on the bass on that album, like, to the point where I'm listening to it through headphones. I'm like, I can't tell if if it's a double kick, or they're just fucking trem picking, like, the low. I guess they play in drop C. Some of it's in drop B, I guess. So, like, the low C string, they're just fucking going ham on that, tremolo picking it. You know, I really dig Ice Nine Kills Ex Mortis because it's so fun to listen to. Same thing with, no, it's Worst Vacation. He's got a little, I think it's a phase shifter. He's got a whammy pedal to go the high notes. Or he's doing it by himself, which Dan Sugarman is a fucking genius playing. Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, until next time. Goodbye. Breaking news: after much consideration and many re-listens, it has been determined by the Council of Wills that Vengeance by 12 Foot Ninja is, in fact, a perfect album. Due to that very startling revelation, the album of the year 2021 is now a 4-way tie between Sleep Token, Trivium, Black Veil Brides, and 12 Foot Ninja. That concludes this breaking news.
Oh, well.